threshold that would close classrooms. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Gilma Avalos, and with less than 2 weeks to go before Thanksgiving and millions expected to travel this holiday season, the coronavirus spread not slowing down. The U.S. breaking yet another record with more than 176,000 new coronavirus cases on Friday. That brings the nationwide total to over 10 million. At least 13 states, including New Hampshire, Delaware, and Maryland, have record numbers of new daily cases. The number of lives the virus is taking has climbed to about 1,000 a day on average. Nearly 250,000 people, more than 245,000, have died across the country. And in New York City, the 7-day average of new cases stands at 926. There were 97 hospitalizations on Friday, and the 7-day positivity rate is 2.47%. Remember, the threshold for closing schools, 3%. And as we inch closer to that number, Governor Cuomo now advising the city to add another layer of criteria to the shutdown threshold for schools. News 4's Adam Harding is in Chelsea with reaction from students and parents. Adam?
Hey, Gilma, so if there's a silver lining in any of this, it's that the numbers today actually went down ever so slightly. Yesterday, we were much closer to that 3% threshold than we are today. It is still not out of the realm of possibility that in the coming days we will hit that benchmark, at which point schools would close. But tonight, Governor Cuomo says perhaps it's time we change the rules.
Ninth grader Jalivia Schuler says make no mistake about it, virtual learning, it can be tough for students.
Very, very difficult. Because I'm like a hands-on learner where I have to physically have the thing in front of me and everything's just online. So it's just hard.
Tonight, as COVID rates across the city rise, there is growing concern schools will be forced to once again shut down and move 100% online, given New York's 3% threshold. But now the governor says, wait just a minute.
I would consider adding a factor of the positivity in the schools themselves. Since the 3% was set, we have become more sophisticated and have more capacity than we had at that time.
With some families bracing for the very real possibility the doors could close, the governor is calling for a possible change in making that decision.
If the school is not spreading the virus, or if the school has a much lower positivity rate than the surrounding area, then the school is not part of the problem.
I do agree with that.
Give me your reaction. Tell me why.
Because I feel like there's parents that has to go to work. If everybody's home, then they're going to have to shut everything back down and we'll be back in quarantine.
We're in the middle of a pandemic right now, and it's very difficult to be able to predict ahead of time enough to give people the time that they really need to make arrangements.
You know, Gilma, this time last night, a number of families around the city were wondering if kids would be allowed into the classroom on Monday. Again, the numbers released today suggest, at least for now, that they may in fact still be able to go to school starting next week. But if the numbers continue to trend in the wrong direction, that could change very quickly. The mayor's office tonight saying it all depends on that 7-day rolling average, which again is down tonight. They expect to update those numbers tomorrow. We've also reached out to the teachers union for comment. Of course, when we get one, we'll pass that along. We're live tonight in Chelsea. I'm Adam Harding, News 4 New York.